Don't be a sheep. Don't just go with the herd. Be a wolf, be a lion. That's gonna lead your own destiny and make your own choices.
Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Rush. Today, I'll be talking about 5 habits for ultimate success straight from the biggest stars that I've had on my show. Success isn't just about luck or talent, it's about the habits you cultivate every day. From hard work to perseverance, I'm breaking down the key habits that have helped some of the world's top athletes achieve greatness. So if you're ready to level your game up, this video is for you.
Go, Rush!
So the first habit for ultimate success is believe in your dream. This comes from NBA star Jamal Murray, who plays for the Denver Nuggets. Now, there's a lot of young kids that look up to you. For someone that's watching this, trying to achieve their dream, what advice would you give to them?
Stay true to yourself. When I was coming from Canada, nobody really believed in the practice I was doing. Nobody really thought I could go to the NBA from being from Canada in a small town in Kitchener. So, I just stayed true to myself, and opportunities started presenting themselves, and with the work, obviously. So I just say keep working and keep believing in your dream, because you can make your dream a reality, and that's a true thing.
So what resonates with me here is when Jamal Murray talks about coming from a small town in Canada and that no one believed that he could make it to the NBA. For me, I can relate to this. I mean, not making the NBA, but I come from a small place in Australia called Canberra. And I grew up thinking that no one would take me seriously because I come from a small city. However, all of that changed for me when I was 22 years old. I landed an internship in Los Angeles. Next thing you know, I'm at the Grammys with Kim Kardashian. I'm working with some of the biggest hip hop artists in the scene. And I even found myself at a Magic Johnson poker tournament. No matter where you're from, don't limit your dreams or goals. It's so important to think big and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. As Jamal Murray says here, put in the work and stay true to yourself. So in your opinion, what is the difference between a good tennis player and a Grand Slam winning tennis player?
Oh, it's just hours and discipline. It takes a lot. I'm sure it's the same with every sport, but you can get to a certain point, but the guys that do really well, they just love it. Like every day they walk in with a purpose. You see it on their face. They're hungry to work. They're hungry to have that. And some weeks I'm not always there mentally, but the more weeks you have that, definitely the better chance you have.
Yes. Shout out to Australian tennis star Thanasi Kokkinakis for his advice. So the habit I want to focus on here is discipline. Yet again, this is what separates the good from the great. What I've found that has worked for me is finding my passion and mixing that with discipline. If you can put your passion and discipline together, that is a deadly combination, and I can guarantee you're only going to gain success from this. Take Michael Jordan's unwavering work ethic and discipline as an example. This proves that success is not just about talent, but daily habits and dedication to your craft. Discipline is a crucial habit for success. And I want to talk about sacrifice, because there's a huge amount of sacrifice that goes into becoming an NBA player. What's something that you've had to sacrifice to get there?
I think sacrificing some fun times growing up. Obviously, you got to sacrifice some, whether it's going to parties, going on vacations, whatever it is. You got to sacrifice some time, put a little extra time in the gym. Just stick to that routine of whatever it is you need to do, whether it's weights, working on your game. Just because you have the ultimate goal of trying to be an NBA player and trying to be as best as you can be on the court. So, I mean, that's one of the things that I had to sacrifice that some of my friends didn't have to, but I knew I had an ultimate goal that I wanted to reach, and luckily I was able to do that.
Firstly, I've got to give a big shout to Seth Curry for the wise words, and I'm very grateful for him coming on the show. I couldn't believe I was talking to Seth Curry, so much love to him. And if you haven't seen the interview, go to my channel, check it out. I think you guys will enjoy that. Sacrifice is the habit that I want to focus on here. This is a word that comes up again and again with all the big athletes. There's no questions whatsoever to be successful in anything in your life, whether it's being a basketball star like Seth Curry or a YouTuber. Sacrifices have to be made. It's what separates the good from the great and the ordinary to the extraordinary. Embrace the hard work and the dedication. Trust me, it's going to be worth it.
but you literally don't know what someone's going through. So when you have something going on in your life and you're dealing with mental health, you don't know what's underneath the clothes, the layers, the attitude, the sass, the competitiveness, the job, the smile, the tears. You don't know. So talking about it is not a weak thing. It is so hard, and you need to be so strong to talk about how you are feeling, how you are waking up in the morning and how you're going to sleep are the two hardest moments to get out of bed or to go to sleep. If it's hard to go to sleep, your mind isn't resting. You might sleep 8 hours, but are you really resting? You're waking up and it's really hard to get out of bed. Other people spring out of bed. Just because you're going through something doesn't mean it's more important or less important than someone else's, or your issue sounds similar to theirs, but you're having a harder time, so you don't want to talk about it. Just talk about it. It's fine. You're allowed to cry. Like I cry all the time. I'm surprised I haven't cried today talking about some of the stuff that I have, because it's a powerful thing. And emotions are such a pivotal part of growing up and becoming a man, becoming a woman, becoming a leader, becoming a mother or a father or a brother or a sister, that we have to embrace it. And I think when we do and we understand that it's okay to not be okay, and that's a cliche saying, and are you okay? That question gets asked all the time, but are you genuinely okay? Have you done what you need to help you? If you can start ticking just a little bit of that box when you need that help, or when you're thinking about those things, or you're going through those tough times, there's other people in those situations and they're going to be there for you. And if they're not, that's not the person to talk to. But there's going to be someone there, and there's professionals. There's hotlines. You can call up a phone anonymously and speak to someone, a complete stranger. And I know sometimes those are overworked and overused and you can't get a hold of them, but keep trying. Be as resilient as you can, but put your hand up and say, I need help, because I'm here to tell you that as much as you might admire me or you might hate me, you'll respect the fact that I'm open enough to say that I'm strong enough to be a sook, to be in tears after a game, to be going through, troubled times, and to say, hey man, hey mom, hey sister, hey friend, I need a hug, I need to cry, I need someone to be there for me right now, I need to go and take my mind off it. That's friendship, that's love, that's strength, and that's what we need more of, because too many young men and women take their lives. And anyone in these hard times through COVID, a lot of people lost their lives due to COVID, and it wasn't the virus that killed them. So you just implore people to put their hand up, because life's tough, but we're here for each other if we allow others to be there for us. So got to put our hand up first and foremost.
Let's give it up for basketball star Mitch Creek. I was so fortunate to get him on my show. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. I've had plenty of tough times, so's Mitch Creek. So please take his advice. If you're ever feeling down, reach out to somebody and ask for help. If you're in Australia and need help, please call Lifeline on 131114. And for my international viewers, please seek help from your local resources. There's a lot of young kids growing up without fathers in their life. They turn to drugs or gangs or something of that nature. What do you suggest that they do to stay on a good path?
For me, man, even though my dad was one of the pillars of my life, he was never around, because him and my mum split up when I was about 7-8 years old, you know what I mean? But he'd always be in my life, but every now and then, you know what I mean? For my advice to anyone that hasn't got that role model in their life or a positive influence on them, is to find that positive influence, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a big cousin, or whatever it may be. Don't be a sheep. Don't just go with the herd. Be a wolf, be a lion that's going to lead your own destiny and make your own choices, because life is about choices, and life can lead you down roads that, if you make the wrong choice, you're going to lead to a dead end, basically, jail or death, you know what I mean? If you want to reach a goal, reach a dream, have some aspirations in your life, there's a protocol that you have to take in order to obtain what you want, you know what I mean?
Damn, I get so inspired when I watch that. This is my man, Anthony Mundine. He's a world champion boxer and ex-professional football player. In my opinion, one of the greatest athletes to ever come out of Australia. So the key habit that I want to focus on here is having a role model. I grew up without my father and had zero male role models in my life. So how did I find a positive role model? I looked up to athletes such as Michael Jordan. That's why I've got my ears pierced, because Jordan had an earring. From the age of 12, I got into fitness and started training hard and wanted to eat healthy because I wanted to be like Mike. Start thinking about what it is that you want to achieve and what qualities do you value. I would start by finding that positive role model on social media. Watch their interviews, read their books, listen to their podcasts, and learn from their experiences. Find your role model, learn from them, and let their process inspire you to achieve greatness. All right, so if you've made it this far in the video, I'm hoping that you're feeling inspired. So let's revisit the 5 habits for ultimate success that we've covered today. So first thing we have is believe in your dream, discipline, sacrifice, mental health, and finding a positive role model. I know it's a lot to take in, but start with the first one on the list. Believe in your dream. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll respond to you all. Good luck with it, and I'm keen to hear how your progress goes. Have a blessed day.